Well, howdy do, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Now, you're probably wondering, why is the rover parked out here? And I'll tell you in just a second, but first I would like to apologize for the extreme delay in the releasing of this video. See, what happened was the next video after the previous one was supposed to be me going on an adventure and going to take out all of the little bases that were popping up around, because they started popping up around the ice drill area. So I went to go take those out, and in the middle of taking them out, I noticed that an unidentified signal that are like really far away spawned just outside of orbit of Pratam. Why do we lag so much? Unidentified signal, 81 kilometers. I stopped doing what I was doing then, and then I went back to base, and then I was building a temporary vessel to go up into space, because I was going to actually explore and maybe potentially take down that shield that some of those have. That way I can actually go in there and get a lot of prototech loot. But what happened was, the minute I got there, I died. You know what? It's everything or nothing! Oh. Why did I do this? Well, and everything or nothing failed. And then when I went back there, I seen that my vessel was destroyed. That's not on video, because in the process of planning out other videos, I noticed that I did not have hard drive space, and OBS did not notify me at all. So in other words, I spent weeks planning. I spent a week completely going through and testing around with different things I wanted to do, just to not have any hard drive space. So along the way, to make an extremely long adventure and story short, I decided I don't want to be on this planet anymore, because I spent so much time and effort off camera. Technically, even though I thought I was recording, and this time it's recording because I made sure I had hard drive space, that I decided I was going to build a big vessel, and I did. And let's just say, in the middle of testing that large grid vessel, that was just enough for me to travel and go somewhere else, because the mods on this planet isn't working. Sometimes AIs will spawn. You know, sometimes there were some wolves that were actually spawning for some reason, but they weren't attacking me. So I think it's Pratam with the mods that I have is buggy. But when I went to go test it, the atmospheric thrusters didn't have enough charge because other things were taking the charge from it. So the batteries didn't have enough charge in them. And it just dropped, and then it plopped, and then a lot of it was damaged. It wasn't the size of this hole. I know that hole looks a little big, but I planted some warheads and exploded the rest of it because I was a little disappointed that it didn't work out the way I wanted it. And then I was going to start out with building another one right here. As you can tell, I built this temporary setup. And then I realized, you know what? I'm actually just going to build it in space, and that's exactly what I did. Oh, I don't have the GPS marker showing, but I did. Before I did that, I built a temporary welding station that was right there, and I went ahead and printed out another version of that rover right there, and I went ahead and customized it to be a vessel for when I went and up there somewhere. I think because I was kind of off in it. I think it's like right around that way. I don't remember, but I went ahead and customized this to go to and from orbit, and luckily it works. You know, it worked pretty well. I did have to add some atmospheric thrusters because when I came back down, it just had enough float. It stopped it just barely enough just to clang into the ground. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan of this video. I'm going to go back up into space, because there's no point in being on a planet if the mods aren't working. The only ones that are working are those, and I'm not having a whole lot of fun fighting them. I want to actually go out in space. I spent a few weeks on this planet, and that would have been good enough for a couple of videos before I went off into space anyways, and I'm fed up with this planet. I wanted to go ahead and actually set up the rest of the hangar, but I was disappointed. And because of the disappointment, I'm ditching this planet. I should have enough food. I'm going to go ahead and recharge and go ahead and fill my bottle up. I'm going to go ahead and park this back in there. Aw, I'm going to miss having him. I'm going to go ahead and close that bad boy. Goodbye! Annoying planet. Disappointment of a planet. Good for nothing planet. I'm leaving. Oh, hold up. Go ahead and put the Atmo thrusters on 5. I'm not even gonna have enough to actually get up off the planet. Hopefully. I do have some atmospheric thrusters in the back, just in case. Okay, yeah, I'm going in the right direction. Hopefully. Sheesh. It is taking quite a bit for me to get out of atmosphere. I had to turn it at an angle, hit this, and then hit spacebar at the same time just for me to have enough thrust to go up. The ice and all the stuff I have in the containers is weighing me down quite a bit. I did originally have 4 of the big thrusters on the back, but I had to take those thrusters down because the butt was too big to actually fit within the hangar. It's sad that I'm leaving this planet already. I was kind of hoping to survive on it a little longer, but my main thing is I've been just absolutely destroyed emotionally from the fact that I spent so many hours recording and then wanting to piece together a pretty good video just for it not to be a good video because a lot of it was not recorded. I need to make sure I'm always double checking my hard drive space and making sure that I don't save videos that I'm just not gonna ever want to continue. I've already gone back and forth quite a bit in order to fill it up with as much ice as I could. I didn't want to fill it up too much and then not really get a video started. Boy, I'm really glad I decided to go in the right direction because it's actually just not that far past this asteroid. You know, I never even looked at what that asteroid had. Alright. I am here at the vessel. But that was pressurized the whole time? What? I couldn't get it to pressurize. So then what fixed it? I don't know. Yeah, but that's pretty much the hangar bay. I'm actually gonna go ahead and park it in there. Well, I forgot I added the controller, that way I could easily park it. Oh. Boop. Nice. But this is the ship. I called it the Long Shark. At first it started turning out to be a hammerhead shark, and then it eventually became something a little perverted along the way. So that's why I added that. And I actually had to add a little more details to it. But it is a really long vessel. I made sure to bring enough ammo for all these things that are on top. Hopefully it's actually going to be properly protected. Go ahead and give you a nice little detour. Now, is it actually pressurized or was it just being stupid? It's just being stupid. That's all it is. Now, it is mainly just a long hallway. Okay, so I do have ice in it. Why is that constantly going? Am I missing something? You're not gonna blow through all the oxygen, are you? Huh. It's a little weird. Oh no, what? Why did it do that? Why are you doing that? Stop. Please. Okay, I do have a jump drive. The Prototech one. What's going on? It was pressurized. Why is it now not pressurized? What did I do wrong? Let me reload. There we go. Now that you're not being stupid. Jeez. But anyways, it does have a lot of an empty open fill, but this is not really my permanent vessel, or so to speak. This was really something I wanted to piece together just to have, just in case. Now I'm starting to hear things activate. Cool. That's pressurized. Now, is this actually pressurized? It is! Yes! So it was just being weird. Okay. That makes me really happy. I do need to set up a button to depressurize the air in here. I can do that right here. Let me rename this real quick. 11. Is that really how many vents I put in here? It's not going to be a viable vessel to go in and out of planets, because when I finished designing it, I realized I didn't add enough thrusters on the bottom of it to actually keep it going in atmospheric planets. And I don't see a way to actually add more unless I take those down and then put a conveyor there and line it up right here. But then it would just ruin the design of it a little more. I already had to greevel a bunch of the design in order to fit those in there. Oh. So I have thrusters there. I don't know about the speed of it, or if it's going to be effective at all. Because I haven't thoroughly tested it. And I don't even know if the Prototech jump drive is going to work. But you know what? I guess we can go ahead and test that. I mean, it is a long boy, but you know, it'll have to do. Now, do I have enough? That should be enough gyro turning ability. What are you? I mean, you're blue, so you should be good. I was kind of hopefully wanting to go to that asteroid that I passed. So I actually want to see another asteroid that was actually not that far from it. Okay, acceleration's pretty good. That's not bad. Speeds up pretty fast. Now, I do have 2 large hydrogen tanks placed where those solar panels are. I'm going to this one because it looks like... Hopefully it's ice. If it's an ice asteroid, I will mark the location. Wonder what's in that cluster. It'd be cool if there's uranium. Okay. Where's this conveyor going? Wait a minute. Oh, I don't have it hooked. Ah! All because I wanted to have this power efficiency module.
Inventory full.
Ah! So angry at myself. Hopefully it's working now. If I could ever remember to not be stupid. Don't know why I didn't think that through. Ooh, it's actually filling up now. Now, as I was saying, this looks like an ice asteroid, but it could be just a graphical glitch. Or maybe just an asteroid that looks like ice, because it's so shiny. Nope. Not an ice asteroid. It's a very mean one. Oh. That's a pirate scout. Is there at least anything useful on here? Ooh. But anyways, I'm trying to decide on which direction I want to jump to. What if I go ahead and go that way? Oh, but where would I go? That's a vanilla planet. Just gonna be a regular. Ooh. I think that one's gonna have spiders spawning on it. There's also the alien planet next to it. So I might jump to that one. I'm pretty sure that one has spiders on it. Because I want to actually have bugs that spawn. Could go to a moon. That moon. It's up there. I kind of want to go that way. What is the max? Oh. The 60 kilometers, or what is that? Oh. Well, you know what? We'll see. Jump destination, blind jump distance to proximity of coordinates. 6,000 kilometers. Maybe I shouldn't do 6,000 kilometers? I don't think that's 6,000 kilometers. And that drone's getting closer to me. I don't know how far it is. You know what? I'm game. I'm game. We'll do it. Oh, this is probably going to be bad, isn't it? Oh, I overjumped. I overjumped. I have overjumped severely. Oh dear. I am pretty close to those. Well. Oh gosh. Oh, I jumped way too far. Should I have done 3,000? I mean, this is why I actually brought some reactor components with me. Oh. How am I gonna... I'm gonna have to put it like right there. Huh. Trade station? There's a trade station near? No, I think when it charges, I might try jumping 2,000 kilometers to see how close I get to the planet. Because if 6,000 got me this far, and that is farther than that, maybe 2,000 kilometers will get me a little bit closer. Hopefully. The ultimate goal is to get around there, but I want to jump back that way. That way I actually go to that planet. Oh, I just now realized I didn't add a connecting port anywhere on this vessel. God, why am I so stupid half the time? Could add it on top. Might have to do that. Oh. Well, that doesn't seem good. Well, you're not a pirate station, are you? What can I get from my ship? Oh, that's only 144 million. Okay. I can get more uranium. That's basically all I can really get. Alright. Let me put in the jump drive manually. So that's 6,000 kilometers. I want to try to go 2,000? That'll be good. Alright. Let's see where this takes us. That's a little better. Yeah, okay. I can just travel from here on out. Even though it's really loud. Nice. The fuel... I should probably have a monitor for fuel, shouldn't I? Luckily, I decided to actually bring all the silicon, iron, and nickel and all the other resources with me. That we actually can build stuff while I'm here. Really have room here, do I? Could take away one of the lights. Bloop. I don't know the orientation. We'll do that. Oh. No content, apps. Energy at hydrogen. There we go. That'll be good enough, blue. Yeah, there we go. Hydrogen at 55. Now is it still filling it? No. So I am going to be running into a problem of ice. So I do need to find ice. And I don't know where to begin with that. Man, I really wish I would have seen the adventure I had when I was going out and building this, because I could not, for the life of me, get the rest of the stuff to build this. I had to get Prototech panels. I couldn't find it. And part of the video, I actually found a ship that actually had this jump drive in it. I didn't have to build it. I stole it. Luckily, it was actually able to work, and I slowly planted it into this vessel. So, luckily, I did find this. And it had the panels within it. I just now realized I didn't add a survival kit, so I'm not gonna have a spawn point. Oh dear. Oh, I probably should have put one there. I mean, this one has one on top. But I do need the food processor. I didn't think things through. I did not thoroughly think this through. Oh. You know what? I can remove this. I really wish I would have had a connector port up here. Oh. Did I not bring... Okay, I brought silver. Cool. Thank God for that. And there we go. Survival kit. Now that I remembered that, still need the food processor. I could smack it next to this. I don't want to take up a whole lot of room, but that should be fine. Now I might put a cargo container on top of that. That way I can have an easy access point there. I'm not running up and down the halls like an idiot. And now I have that hooked up. I brought all of the kelp, or the algae, that I could. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I actually added algae farms. Oh, I'm so glad I thought of that ahead of time. Come on, I'm going like full throttle. How far do I have to go? Should I jump 500 kilometers? There we go. I'm a little closer now. So I realized I did something really stupid. I remembered that I spent so long traveling back and forth to fill this up with ice to think, well, that's weird how it didn't fill up completely, and I'm pretty sure it was at 70%. And if I type in ice, I only get the one that's in that O2 over here for my emergency refill station. And I realized why this was a thing. It made me realize how I severely fucked up. Because I was wondering how come the batteries were only so charged, as well as why the tanks were only half filled. And that's when it hit me while I was at work. When I saved this blueprint, where you see this one right here, it wasn't showing the picture when I initially did it. And I thought it might have been messed up, or it might have been corrupt to the point where I couldn't save it because I deleted it multiple times and then re-blueprinted it. And that's when I was like, well, maybe it's still working. So I went into the admin controls, enabled creative mode, and then I spawned it in, kind of like what I'm about to show you now, because then you'd be able to spawn it in to see just in case if anything's going to work correctly. And I'm not going to do it now. I plopped it in, and then I was like, okay, so it's not buggy. It actually is working correctly. And then I went into the other control when you see the entity list, and I scrolled all the way until I found the SS Longshark in the, the list of entities, and I deleted one of them. not realizing which one I deleted, I accidentally deleted the one that was my main one. And this was the one I plopped outside. So in other words, to make the whole process of my recordings going wrong, videos not working out the way I wanted it because things were getting blown up and things were disappearing as soon as I got to it, I also lost around 400,000 ice. And I had so much more resources put into the cargo container. Because when I got off work, I went to go see how much I was working with when it comes to resource-wise, to see what I can build. I realized at the same time when I searched in it, oh my god, I think I know what happened. At least I'm pretty sure, because when you spawn it in from the admin controls, and in fact I should probably go ahead and deactivate the creative mode. And what happens was, I think it automatically fills up all the tanks when you spawn in something like that halfway. So that I'm pretty sure that explains why I'm losing a lot of resources, or I've lost a lot of resources. Oh, I did update this a little bit, made it a little more nice to kind of walk around, give it a little more, you know, depth height wise. I am absolutely angry with myself. I got off work thinking I was going to have a really fun... Oh my god, a trade station. And what I was also thinking about doing is maybe increasing the amount of height I have on the ship. I might actually do something on the end-wise and kind of create another level. That way I can also add some engines, because I realized I never added engines for backup power. Not like it would have did anything anyway, since I don't have any ice. Although I do have hydrogen. But I'm only looking at about half within both tanks. You know, now that I have a jump drive, I can actually go to those unidentified signals. But this is not like a war vessel. I think what my plan is to create a station on the outside that I can use to craft vessels with. And I don't want to make anything too big, just an area to go to and from. I do need more gold. Actually, I need gold is what I need. Because I do not have the superconductors. I need to rebuild those jump drives. So, for some reason, this one doesn't have a shield. I don't know how I feel about that. Am I gonna have something I need to worry about? Okay, ooh. There's cola. There's nothing. So... What's up, Doc? No, I don't think I like this. Are there any asteroids nearby that I can go to? I don't see any. I guess I should also mention that when I was customizing this, this wasn't actually attached to anything, and when I went to accelerate a little bit forward, it bumped into this and I almost lost my jump drive. I don't know if that affects the percentage of which I can jump. It doesn't seem like it. But I should be good. How did I jump? I didn't mean to jump that far. Guess I'll just have to jump 100 kilometers each time I get a chance. I really need an asteroid to go to. Look at that. It's a little closer. There we go. There's an asteroid. Oh, there's another one. I'm gonna go to the big one. Whoa! I didn't even realize I was that close. Oh! Hey, upward stuff's pretty good. You know what? I forgot I still have the vessel back here. Yeah! Turn those on. There we go. Oh yeah. So nice to have a vessel that's actually inside of that one. I could make another one that's specifically for mining, but I was thinking about doing a remote controlled drone. Probably have it be put on top, and it should be fine. Or maybe even get any blips. Do I not have? No, I have. Was there nothing? Hold up. Door detector's on. Oh dear. Tell me there's nothing on this. Oh dear. It's a vulture. Memory serves, that's what took me out last time, and I'm gonna go ahead and get back in here. Ooh, there's hydrogen. Well. I wonder how much that'll get me if I was able to hook up the, my vessel. Alright, okay. Do I have... Ooh, I do. The only problem is how... I can move the antenna.
Inventory full.
Maybe what I could do is a hinge attached to a piston. That way the connector could actually extend outwards. That could be something I can do. Oh dear. Because it's being buggy, it's gonna kill me. Is it working now? Jeez. Up to so many hoops just to get myself to not die. Oh dear. I should probably go ahead and close. I'll go ahead and close the hangar doors. Woohoo! I've locked it. Oh. Now you show. Okay. Give me all your money. I'm kidding. Don't want your money. I want your hydrogen. What? Oh. Refresh. Does that mean I can buy more hydrogen? Oh, buddy. Wow. It only filled it up 3%. there we go. It's a couple of ass. Ooh. A few of them right there. Could kind of park in between them. And then take the smaller vessel and actually go scout out. Oh. It's those guys that I've made angry. Ooh. I wonder if that's silicon, nickel, or uranium. It might be nickel, but I still need it. Ooh. Oh, and there's gold next to it. It's really great. Oh, that's nickel. Never mind. Why did that look gold to me? So strange. Need to get my eyes checked. That's quite a bit of nickel and stuff. Was kinda hoping there would have been some ice. It is a little too dark for me to see anything, so I'll just go ahead and skip to this one. If this is like a mixture of all the resources that I need, then I can definitely set up a station out here for me to craft a legitimate big vessel that I can make permanent. Or maybe one for battle. I really need to bump up the range of these ore detectors. They're kind of garbage. I'm not able to see anything on this one, on the surface. And then getting as close as I can to the asteroid wasn't pulling anything up either. Probably resources in the middle of it, but I think I'd rather just continue on. Go ahead and go to that one. Oh, there's some ice. Ooh, silicon? Ooh, it looks like silicon. No, that's uranium. So that's a pretty good find. I wonder if that's going to have a lot of uranium on it. Got all these holes punched in here. Oh, there's more uranium. Awesome. But I'm looking for ice. Ooh, there's quite a bit of uranium in this rock. Are you coming this way? You better not be coming this way. No, it just happens to be floating this way. Okay. It's one little bit of ice. And then the rest of it is a, uranium, huh? That's mean. What about you? Ooh, that has more uranium on it. More uranium. So this is just nothing but uranium. Okay. What about over here? You gonna have anything? Oh, more ice over here. but it is embedded within the asteroid. Okay. Oh, wait. Aha! Nice. So I can make a drone that I can fly around, gather some resources, and if I don't find any iron around any one of these other asteroids, then I can just mine into the rock, because then I'll also get nickel and silicon from it as well. Okay, cool. There probably is ice within this somewhere. That would be a lot of searching. Alright, cool. Much as I would like to pillage and plunder other ships. As much as I would like to pillage and plunder some ships, but I do not have a proper vessel to actually fight with, so I don't think I want to risk it just yet. Because my biscuits is not very good for it. You know, I thought I might have had a problem with how long the long shark is. I think I like being able to see it from a distance, because it kind of gives it the appearance that it is a lot bigger than what it really is. It's just looking at it from this angle looks a little perverted. I probably should have been a little more careful with how I designed it. But you know what? I at least did my best to cover up as much as I could. You know, maybe I could extend it that way more. Or I could add extra stuff in between. Because I do need to fix, from what I think it is, not going to be able to go into the atmosphere. Even though I redesigned it. No, I don't think it will. It could probably still have problems. And I was going to add atmospheric thrusters, like big ones on the side. I want it to be a vessel that I land on planets. That way I can have kind of like a small temporary base for me to set up outposts. I don't know. I still haven't figured out what I wanted to do with this vessel. Well, that is going to be it for this video. Again, I would like to apologize for how long it took for me to release this video. I'm so glad that I was at least able to come up with a decision that would have actually been a lot more lucrative in the long run, because Pratam is a jerk. I didn't like it. It made me angry. But now, at least with this, I'm going to be able to have a little more fun, have more of a chillax feel, and actually know that I'm not going to have to worry about a whole lot now that I have a pretty good vessel, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of upset that I wasn't paying attention and I lost so much ice. Hundreds of thousands of ice gone down the drain. And then resources. And then, you know, to be honest, I think what I'm more worried or more upset that I lost was the platinum and the ridiculous amount of ammo that I had stored in that container. It was a lot. A lot of Gatling ammo, a lot of artillery shells, and a plethora amount of artillery shells. Oh, but you know, I guess maybe it's for the best that I accidentally deleted that ship. I need to pay attention a lot more from what I'm doing. That way I can actually survive, I guess, you know. But that's gonna be it for this video. And then off camera, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and make a drone, get some resources, and probably get started on probably a temporary floating station for me to probably build a bigger vessel. Because I don't want to go to that planet just yet that I'm wanting to go to. I kind of want to build a station out here that I can fly to and from just in case. But I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.